All right. Cool. I'm not responding to that because that's not worth the point.
Is he all right? Says Quintessa.
Yeah, he seems to be busy with something. I believe he's preparing to defend himself from some kind of case or inquiry. Sounded, I wonder what that's all about. Well, someone did mention someone did mention as like today that I don't remember where. I don't remember who or where. Was it the guy that introduced us? Did he mention something about Lord Dvorak dealings or something?
The Inquisitor
the Inquisitor. That's right.
The Inquisitor wants Lord Dvorak because there's some interesting rumors about what was going on while all the shit was going down.
Yeah.
Mr. Fifth Circle Spell Inquisitor, which means kick-ass Inquisitor, wants to hang him by his toenails and ask him a couple of questions.
Wait, how did our vetting not catch this during the election? Oh shit! You don't think the Grand Inquisitor is taking that one?
So Thogrim.
They may or may not throw enough magic at it to figure out that there was some sort of thing happen.
First, they need to corner him.
Yep.
A sign.
If he says he's all right, then I suppose. Are we going to bring cannons to the giants? Cannons for everybody.
I'll discuss that after.
Cannons on every tower, on every parapet.
We'll see what the council says. Rebuild the bombard.
All right, so you guys are going to go back to Thogrim's Forge then?
How are we going to rebuild the bombard, Thogrim? Are you going to use fabricates and try to stitch it along its edge? Or are you going to, try to make one out of wood and then turn the wood into iron?
You guys are resting back at Thogrim's Forge?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Slake refuses. He says, come get me when...
So there's the, my old Master Zim's Forge. That's where all the, Azer are.
Brenos will stay with Slake.
Okay. It does mean you'll have to cast an extra spell tomorrow to get to Denovar, but whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah. Quintessa stays behind. She's going to go fetch Val. She actually says we'll meet in Denovar.
Okay.
Can we, before we go, just check out the residence first?
That place might be warded and shut up.
They gave a key, and never has a magical building protected by a madman ever had issues with traps and things.
Yeah, Thogrim, with your, that place has not been lived in for some time, and that people avoid it because of the traps the conjurer left behind. it might be a short little adventure that I don't have prepared. This was the boon.
If you want, I can create a...
Alternately, sure. You know how Barnabus has been training adventurers by sending them off to do things? We could see if we could level up some adventurers.
Yeah, he hasn't hired them yet. Right now it's an idea phase, but yes,
that's a cool thing to
I was thinking about how do we play D&D at one level of abstraction higher, where we roll some dice to see how well they did on their adventure, and then what the rewards are or what bad happened if they didn't roll high enough.
Yep.
I think there's
the event level.
There's some sort of game higher level game level where we could have some fun with that.
Random event. See what happens.
Yeah.
Hey,
am I sharing?
Easier with these characters because they're more callous, as opposed to the good characters are no, don't let little Timmy die. It's it'll be another little Timmy.
All right, Aemon, if you want to take the action item of just creating a little manor, that'd be great. Three or four stories and put some wizardy things in it, and then I'll make a little encounter around that. Given that you have to be in Denovar tomorrow, checking out this place and clearing it of any dangers and looting it seems like an activity for a different time.
Yeah.
You can add that to the list.
So rebuild the bombard, cannons on the walls, and set hours, set 1 week. I'm gonna ask them for tasks to complete during that week, and hopefully I'll be 3rd tier by then and complete it in like a day.
Yeah. Or if the tasks are really low level, your little Thogrims, your simulacra can complete them.
Just take care of them.
Oh, I have to have office hours.
What level is your problem?
I'm adventuring.
Is it
Thogrim 7-2. You sit in for office hours, and if you can't do it, just stall.
my TA?
No, you have a setting that's prepared for the I can't do it. Give up now.
Right.
Because most of it's going to be fabricate my sword together or mend my freaking socks. Like that's mostly what it's going to be. I broke my
Thogrim, you're looking at this saying this is doable. There's already a team of cannoneers. Maybe Master Zim could manage that project. The bombard, he already built the first bombard. And then replacing the cannons is just a thing that's just going to take a long time. It's not like there's any...
Just get me the materials, baby.
Oh, I see. You're just going to...
Well,
fabricate.
the things you're trying to make are really big. It's extraordinarily large, and fabricate is like.
Let's see, fabricate.
If it's a metal, it's 1 cubic foot per level, I believe. When it's
1 cubic foot per level, and we have 15 cubic feet, and this thing is large.
If you work with like wooden stuff, they can be really big, but it says when you work with a mineral. So I'm assuming metals are minerals, but maybe not. It'll be up to Marty's call because it's kind of written funnily. But
yeah, we could figure out the volume of.
I don't know that you can create a single cannon. You might have to create them in pieces. Like even using spells, it still takes a long time because you have to create them in pieces and then fuse them together with magic or actual work, right?
Well, yeah, you could create with 3 spells, for example. You could create 2 pieces,
yep.
And then the 3rd piece you put them together.
Yeah,
and it becomes one solid.
Yeah, magic could definitely speed up
the shit up. This.
Speed this up, and you might also be doing Vulcan's bidding by.
That's why I asked for
Vulcan's holy symbol on each cannon. Like each barrel is lined with holy symbols, and it's like, oh, I don't know how that happened.
All right, so Thogrim, that evening,
a good spin.
That evening, while back at Thogrim's Forge, your mind is racing with all the ways that you're going to solve these problems and how you're going to manage it and how you're going to.
Vulcan's holy symbol is rifling.
how you're gonna how you're gonna manage this all, and then praise Vulcan, and then you realize that you have an item that you need to identify.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your blouse, your gray blouse of the conjurer.
Yep.
So, I wonder what it conjures.
I
believe the only thing I've ever seen you conjure is little men to load your cannon.
Yeah, so let's identify this thing. So I'll cast identify.
You've conjured a disc before.
Yeah, the DC of the it's like 19 to figure out what it does. Spellcraft.
Arcana plus 27. Whoa.
It's a little bit harder. It's fine.
Or is it double caster level? I forget.
29. And identify gives you a plus 20?
Plus 10.
10? That'll do.
15 plus caster level is DC 29. You got a 56. You're very convinced this is not cursed. And it's the beginnings of a robe of the Archmagi. It only has 1 power in it, but the power can immediately be used. And that is a +1 enhancement bonus to your caster level.
+1 enhancement bonus to caster level. So this
it is a vest slot, and it is the conjurer's vest, and you could put in brackets vest of the Archmagi.
Okay, how
vest
much
of the gray
left?
Archmagi.
Okay, so
a normal robe of the Archmagi would give you a +2 enhancement bonus to caster levels. This one only gives you a +1, but you could continue to enhance it.
I thought it only gave it to like cash level checks or something stupid, but this is better.
That is better.
To overcome SR. Yes. Okay, I lied. This is like the Ioun Stone then that gives you the caster level. So Ioun Stone caster level.
I was going to ask, does it stack with that Ioun?
Sorry.
No,
so this
is like the orange Ioun Stone.
So +1 caster level to what?
To you casting spells.
Casting spells. All your spells are at 16th level.
Mythic point.
Makes them 18th level.
The mythic point become 18th.
Yeah.
Fire-based spells.
19th level.
So yeah, so instead of Robe of the Archmage, I just call it a like mimics an orange prism Ioun Stone. Mimics one of these.
Cool.
Orange.
Speaking of, we should go and buy some of those now that they're like things we can afford.
Yeah, they're 30 grand. 15 if you want to craft them.
Yeah, we're gonna craft these things.
Well, you used to need to be like 20th level, but apparently now you only have to be 12th. So,
Should have all done this.
it's fine. We'll have downtimes and things to spend them on.
Yeah,
craft.
Yeah, this is the why doesn't every caster have one of these? Well, at a certain level,
question.
you will, right? Work them into your little badges and.
It's literally like fashion. It's like, how come everyone doesn't have the thing that gives you a move action? It's like, oh, somebody wears them. It's like bell bottoms. That's amazing. Everybody puts on bell bottoms.
Nice.
There's fashion trends in D&D.
Excellent.
All right, is the whole group going to Denovar?
Oh, that's where we're meeting the.
You are being summoned by the Imperial Administrator Yazel Briest.
All right, let's do it.
I think so. There was a rule about like bodyguards.
Yeah.
To go into the meeting.
Yeah, there were
precisely.
Yeah, there's a meeting that you're going to have with Yazel first that's informal, and then there's a formal meeting in which each group is allowed to bring up to 3.
Widget's one of Quintessa's bodyguards.
Yeah. Or Yazel actually said that.
Gazelle is Widget as a bodyguard?
Yeah. Or an advisor. All right, I think I've got everyone. Mark's characters. I'm missing Val. Where's Val?
He was on the beach.
Val is over. Well, I'm on by the Oakhart Library.
He was on the carpet.
Oh, on the wrong map.
Left carpet.
Yeah, he's on the carpet. Okay.
I know where these things are.
Val and
I
Slake.
sense everything. Put that rug back. Take your shoes off before you get on the carpet.
We've got the Sunnies. And we've got the dwarf Sunny.
Sunny's gonna bring some chaos.
There's an order for 6-1 to keep the sand off the rugs, and there's a constant breeze constantly.
Mage hand grains of sand.
Off. Just permanent, like. Poor guy. Poor 6-1. Go back to the forge.
Okay. Quintessa and Val are waiting outside of Denovar. I guess subtract 2 teleports and 1 plane shift, I guess, is the way you're starting the day.
All right.
He was doing the plane shift.
Sunny will do a plane shift. He loves plane shift.
There's a plane shift and a teleport to Denovar, and then a teleport from to Overlook, and then Overlook to Denovar. So there's a few hops.
Only 2 people. Only one set of group needs to go to. To get Slake and Brennus.
Yep.
Well, Slake and Brennus can meet up with Quintessa. Quintessa can do the teleport.
Yep. Slake for this meeting is grumpily willing to shut down to travel. He's getting a little bit more used to that, and it's not affecting his class powers. He's just a miserable.
We'll send him on an anti-magic cleanse next downtime. He can go sit in his little Sisyphur wood.
Thogrim would like to see if he could help him with that. Maybe Slake can spend some of his money to reduce his shutdown period with some crafting, non-magical crafting in a non-magical forge. The non-magical sport?
You're not sure how that's going to go over. Slake waves off any of your
we'll find the greatest clocksmith in the land to make him a timing mechanism to build into him. But we have to find that clocksmith first.
Well, Cog's pretty much...
Cog's like...
Cogs up his own butt with his...
Hello. I'm right over here. You know?
Cog with his abilities in clockwork and the fact that he has been doing his own...
And he doesn't cast spells.
Right. How are you doing your own upgrades again?
He takes his body parts off and then crafts them.
Yeah, it's
But you have crafting, magical crafting,
craft
feats, right?
for craft clockwork. Plus 28.
Have usually there's a master craftsman feat that you're supposed to have.
Oh, give me a sec.
Wait, you've been crafting without
the feat?
Crafting feats?
You are supposed to have the master craftsman
clockwork.
feats.
No, give me a sec.
Let's craft.
It's in here. Give me a minute.
And wondrous items. But you have to take those feats too.
Craft premier discipline craft construct. Oh, construct DC. Promethean disciple craft construct. 6th level discovery.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm just making sure that you have it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So yes, you could make some sort of device that would help Slake time when he shuts down and wakes up.
It is doable, Slake.
Bring it down to a D6.
Well, yeah, I missed how many fights now and ended up at the edge of some volcano or some shit.
Yeah,
how many fights would be all of them?
I definitely think it would be. It's worth looking into. I'm sure I can come up with something if you just give me a minute to take a look at your how you shut down.
Yeah. Next time we got some time, we'll do that.
All right, sounds good.
For the rest of the time, you just gotta wait a little bit longer before traveling.
I suppose it's actually a good point, because the worst thing that happens is he wakes up early and has to shut down again.
Right. And you start to counter over again. Like you guys are too eager.
Oh, well, there are you do have lots of spells running, and you're like, oh, my spells will run out.
When you reach the ripe old age of 3, when the going is good, you got to go. If you second guess, the mood goes away.
All right, Aemon, don't fucking embarrass me in here, all right?
Barnabus, you're too hard on Aemon. He's an amazing bodyguard.
Yeah,
you're the best I've ever seen, really.
You don't want your help to get all shabby.
No, there's that. But he's still one of the best. If not the best. He is close to it.
If he isn't the best, then he's not good enough.
I just said he was the best.
Yeah, but then you said one of the best, which means that there's another candidate out there.
I just said he's the best. No, I just said he's the best. The Archmage has spoken. A big smile on his face. I will use this title often.
Val glanced
at least once a day.
Oh yes, Thogrim is now Archmage of Overlook. He just nods to Thogrim.
So that means he can only use that while in Overlook, correct?
Well, he has the title.
Really, they didn't give me much. It's a bloody title and a lot of homework.
Oh, and a building full of traps.
Yes, clear this building. Fantastic. No. I'm really trying to see what the benefits are.
You can redirect all of your foes to your building full of traps and then collect their treasures.
Yes, congratulations, Thogrim.
Oh, thank you, Barnabus.
The dwarves put a nice golden chain around you.
Oh, someone's being funny now. Hey,
look at you. The golden chain comes with a felt sort of sheath around the neck.
That's right.
Oh.
Don't think that this leaves you of your duties as part of a league member.
Oh dear, did the price of things being crafted just go up? How unfortunate. Times are rough these days.
Wait, can you raise crafting prices in Overlook?
Bloody hell, I don't know.
Probably.
Based on it depends on the material, right?
Yeah, if people who could fall magic are fucking rich anyways, you might as well tax them.
Shut up, Barnabus, you evil bastard.
A 1% Archmage tax. Who's going to care about that?
Oh my god.
How often is the spell forge capable to trigger again?
Just do it, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think it's...
Pew, 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 pew.
So everybody who's rocking +5 armor and +5 shield should get those all bumped to +6s?
I'm going to go have to check the tapes to see if...
You double check that, because I have a feeling like...
Unless one of you guys want to go check it, because I remember there was...
Cloak resistance, armor, I thought it was like a 1 week cooldown, or there's a payment. You have to pay for it to work. Or I can't remember. There's something.
I don't think there's a payment, no.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why I don't have +6s.
I think it's one per person. That's why you don't have.
There we go. I'm just wondering what limits. What is the limit?
So let's say I have a bunch of Thogrims that are wearing different things.
No. That's all right.
And they gift them to me. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay.
Okay, Brenos on this day is going to...
Okay, yeah, let me set my spells up.
Work.
I had it written down somewhere, but I did prep for that like a year ago, so I'm drawing a blank.
It takes us forever to get there.
It's fine. We're gonna worship Hala today, so we are not overly mobile. But we have...
Hala Bright Axe?
Yeah.
Okay. Hala Bright Axe, you get the feeling that Hala Bright Axe,
she's busy. That's last I remember, she's off to go do something stupid.
She's you get the sense that she's planning a great deed.
Yep, that sounds about right. And on this day we bring glory, luck, and war. So
to prove to her parents, I guess, that she's ready. Or that she's right.
She's a dwarven goddess by my own soul. Yeah. Yep. We'll consider the commune. Well, if we have spells at the end of the day, we might throw a commune in there just to be like, hey, so do you need the help?
Okay. And while you're worshiping Hala today, all of the great swords that you wield are flaming.
Ooh.
As you know, some of her preparation is that she's sharpening her own blade called Flame Bolt.
How you feeling, Zeto? How you feeling, Zeto? You're on fire, you know that?
Warm.
Glory's coming. Glory's coming for all of us.
It's just a meeting, says Quintessa to Brett.
You never know. You never know.
It's never just a meeting.
Lieutenant Screech, nervous, approaches the group that's standing outside of the Imperial Hall, which is a fortress just outside of the city of Denovar, where you guys teleported.
So we should be on the War Room map?
No, there's a city of
Denovar.
City map.
Naming convention, different body map. We're still in the Elster Vale, right?
Yep. There you go.
Yep. Cool. Thank you.
So you guys teleported out here. You had a conversation. One group was waiting for the other, and you can see this very nervous lieutenant approaching. Steelrose Expeditionary League?
Yes.
He's like so nervous he had to look at like a document while he was saying the name of your group.
You shit yourself?
No?
Oh, that was what I thought it was.
You sure?
He has a circus in front of him.
No?
Oh, good for you, lad.
He's truthful.
He's like counting all of you. It's too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10 of you.
Who are you expecting?
We
Exactly.
turns invisible.
The Steelrose Expeditionary League says that there'll be 9. You have an extra friend here today? Oh, piss off!
I believe it's probably Val.
It might be Val, but he's part of a team as well.
I am not part of your charter officially. He's just a fellow.
Bodyguard.
Yeah, he's Quintessa's bodyguard. Val
Archmage helps.
Just an annoyed nod.
Real Howie.
Of course, Aemon's not an official part of the group either. So maybe you got your count all wrong. Oh no. The paper... I have to do if you, sirs, ma'am, don't mind if I do a roll call?
Oh, go ahead. It's been a while since I've been in a classroom like this. Go on.
We're all here, you dolt. Where are we supposed to go? The Imperial Administrator wanted to get you settled first and then to have a meeting. He looks really nervous about the meeting.
Barnabus, take it easy on the lad.
He's a fucking idiot.
He's learning. You're doing quite well, young man. We've all rested. We teleported here. We're fine.
Yes. Okay, I will trust that you're all here. You clip something off on a clipboard.
Sadie is going to basically walk over and look at his clipboard. Hello.
He has orders to go and to find you guys and to bring you to a particular conference room.
Does he have a list on his little clipboard?
Yeah, there's a list of the Steelrose Expeditionary League, and there's a list of names.
Okay.
There is one extra name on the league list. Give me a spot check, to see if you could just he's not letting you read it.
What's his name?
Sonny's pulling an old man.
Thogrim knows who's missing. Smart boy.
39.
It says Agony of Coals.
Agony.
Beside it says Arrived.
Okay.
I was under the impression he changed his name.
Agony
I guess
of
hopefully it's
Coals.
not changed.
There was a name change. I wasn't aware of that. It could be a different form.
Is everything all right?
Yes. He's lying.
What's wrong, lad?
I am going to touch his shoulder and link him to my spirit. Because I got an extra spirit slot.
It tickled.
So in now telepathically.
Yep.
So what's wrong?
There's a scary dragon man that's here. The Imperial Administrator hopes that all of you talk nicely. He's ruining the floors with his bile.
Is he a black dragon?
Yes.
Is he a half dragon?
I don't know the difference. He walks like a man. He's got wings. He claims to be this member of your group.
Ooh. Where is he?
He's in conference room B, which is adjacent to conference room A. The Imperial Administrator wants to talk to you first. I wasn't supposed to tell all... no.
You haven't told anybody anything.
Oh, all right. I'm just thinking it, but you're reading my thoughts.
I'm just an insightful old man.
Oh. All right. Everyone follow me. We're going to conference room A.
Perfect. Sonny turns around and gives like a, "Ha-ha! We're all good." Oh, before we go in, a communal protection, communal resist acid. It's going to be an eternal communal resist acid.
Come again?
It'll last all day.
How are you doing this?
I am the druid of Volcanica.
Answer the question. DM's asking.
It's a Hierophant power.
Works on NPCs, dumbass.
Oh, that's awesome. It's a 20. You get to turn a spell into 24 hours. Is that?
I can turn any 10-minute per level spell to 24 hours.
Nice.
Nice. The
Eternal Blessing. Later, I can make it go like for 1 minute spells.
Desaad has a similar ability.
Later or with a second buy?
I think it's just as you...
At 6th tier, you can take it again to make it so like your 1 minutes can go all
Yeah,
day.
they have that in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
It's called Enduring Blessing. So it's per creature. You can have one running. I can make it something else, but it just makes it easy this way. Okay, let's go into conference room A and talk loudly about our friend who is missing.
Right.
Oh, I'm glad he's gone, that son of a bitch.
No. Nice things. Hopefully he's communed with his goddess, and they've come to an understanding.
Oh, Howie now has a legendary proportions mythic as his stored spell. Or is there a limit? I don't think there's a limit.
You're storing the spell via legendary item?
Yeah. Sorry to destroy.
Which feature is storing the spell?
That's what I'm trying to find.
Spell casting? Or... if it's spell casting, it would be up to 5 points. It'd be active as a spell-like ability.
I'm trying to find it. I was reading it the other day. I will find it. It is not important now.
Okay.
But it was...
because if you're using it from that method, then I think it's too big of a spell. Or it's either on the limit or too big. Yeah, it's too big. If that was the method. If there's another method, I don't know.
Oh, it can store up to 5 points.
Yes, which is a 5th circle.
Oh, teleport then.
Yeah,
Well,
And how is it doing that? I don't see that on his character sheet.
He's using the spellcasting power under intelligent item. Or at least that's what's being described.
I'm trying to... yeah, this was on my sheet. Where the hell is it?
But either way, legendary proportions is too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that.
You have flight as a power and animate as a power. I don't see spellcasting anywhere.
Forecastings. Let me... yeah. But I was... okay, I'll double check.
Okay.
And we can...
All right, Lieutenant Screech brings you into the building. You pass some checks. They don't ask for your weapons yet. Could I have all of you put your weapons and spell thingies into that trunk over there? No.
That's a very big ask.
We would like to minimize, he's looking at Sunny, any
unfortunate encounters?
Yes.
Is there anyone, so in the telepathic communication, is there anyone more, and hell, we would have hit him with the Eternal too. He's also resistant to acid. Is there anyone we should be concerned with? Or is there anybody else we'd be worried about being violent, or is it simply the dragons?
There will be a meeting later where there are several emissaries that have come to visit as part of the War Council meeting.
We will secure ourselves as appropriate for that meeting.
Is this meeting being held in a place where teleportation has been banned or blocked?
Yes, there are many wards in the place where the War Council is held. Many wards.
I will consider this.
You wouldn't happen to know magic, would you?
Well, I know when I see it.
Good lad. Keep a good eye out for this magic. It's good for you. Isn't that right, Slake?
Agony, hello. Haven't spoken to you in a long time.
What?
Agony's here.
Yes, he's through, I think over there.
Agony, it's Cog. Agony. Oi, Agony, where are you?
You're looking around? Okay.
Yeah, Agony.
The administrator wanted
Agony.
Yeah, you go over and you throw open a door and you can see that a jet black scaled Agony of Coals is standing at the far side of the room.
Agony!
He's wearing this horribly twisted horned mask kind of helm. You recognize the black dragon mask of Tiamat that you took from the Cloud Castle.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. It's been quite a bit.
It has been some time.
Look at you, fancy. Hell, you look you're different.
He moves slightly in a way like you guys used to do when you sparred. Is everything all right? Are the rest of the league gonna freak out?
Why would they? Hell, you should see the rest of the team.
I've been gone for some time.
Ah, you're all right. You're still Agony. I mean,
so they're just gonna. Barnabus called it a sabbatical.
Right, are we gonna fucking trust this bloke? He's been gone for a long time.
Yeah. Cog's like, he's like, he's punching him in the arm. He's like, your reflexes are still there. That's nice. Mm-hmm. Cog's happy to see him.
Yeah,
he's part of the old crew from
he does
level 2.
Grasp your arm and
he's a child of Volcanica, and he has his own path, and our paths intersect. And if he wants to follow along with us, I see no reason why he shouldn't.
You do notice
Isn't
that
he part of the dragon cult that's trying to end him?
Some of his horns have changed a little bit. Of course, it's hard to tell with this mask that seems to have fused to his face. Of course, his scales have changed. The tatters on the edges of his wings, and he has a few more scars than he did before. You do notice that there's a little drip that comes from a little cleft in the side of his lip that has acid hitting the ground.
That's new.
Yes, there's been a lot of new.
Yeah, man. Same with a few of us. Hey, can you still breathe fire, or did you acid now?
Acid, he says quietly. I am attempting to master the ways of the black dragons.
That's quite impressive.
That is not why I'm here. It is impressive, if not by choice.
Cog is Cog is a monk who, through discipline, is able to change and reinforce his body. He sees this as one form of martial arts that he has excelled in.
Yep.
He's congratulating Agony on his achievement.
Well, choice is very important in these things.
It is more of a duty.
You choose to follow duty.
Like a religious duty or personal honor?
He just kind of brings one of his claws up to the helm and just like this thing.
So he's trying to like come up with a way to say, "Do you want it gone?" Do you want it off?
No.
Can it hear us?
Perhaps, but I've worked at my own goals, and it has not stopped me.
Well, congratulations. You look fantastic.
No more than a god's holy symbol can listen to what they're doing.
So, yes.
Yes, then.
Did you hear the murmur?
What the fuck? Why are you all black?
Oh, he's disciplined himself.
He's beat his ass black. No.
He's all different.
Yes, I've undergone a transformation.
Yeah, Sonny said you left all your scales over in the inn.
More or less.
A very painful time to molt that quickly.
You're like a big dumb lizard.
A big dumb lizard that comes bearing news.
Why did you come sooner?
I was doing things.
You could have asked for our help. You could have asked for our help. I mean, we definitely would have helped you out, of course.
It took some time for me to reorient myself, to get
What of
used
the
to
murmur?
this.
All the dragons heard it. I just wonder what it sounded like to you.
Yes, that is what I'm here to talk to you
The
about.
hush.
I didn't know how it'd be received, so I contacted the Imperial Administrator. I overheard that you're her pet now.
Which one?
The lot of you.
Fuzzy bunny. That's fine. Barnabus, do we owe? I'm pretty certain Agony is owed some funds.
Yeah, is he gonna fucking attack us, or can we go over there now?
I don't believe he's going to attack.
Oh, it's the same Agony. You're fine.
He's.
You can see Agony's pole arm is stuffed awkwardly into a trunk.
You need me to hold your hand, Funsmounts?
No. Aemon, stay at my side. We don't know where he's been. Sonny, could you check to see if Agony's under any sort of compulsions or shit before I go into the room?
Is that right, Agony?
Fine. This thing does. He kind of looks up at his helmet.
It is an artifact, so he might even be one. Even if it doesn't show up as one, it might still be. Perfect. Sonny will. I think I've got a detect. I have a detect charm. Do you have a charm on you?
No active compulsion or charm effect.
Nope.
But then again, he has an artifact on his.
He's got an artifact on his face. I mean, what is it?
Yep.
Does detect magic work? AKA, does he have mind blank up?
No, you can detect Some of
magic comes off of him.
Yeah, some of his magic items look like they've had upgrades since the last time you've seen him.
It's all right. You know, he's except for the artifact, he seems to be fine. Tell us of your adventures.
Where to start?
Barnabus, quit being a coward and come in.
Oh, you're all Black Dragon now. That's interesting. Aren't they the ones that corrupt swamps and things? So you're a swamp dragon now. Amazing.
Yay.
Decay and rot is a natural part of the cycle of all things living. They grow, they rise, they peak, they die, they rot, they go back to the soil, and so forth.
You're a very interesting druid that thinks that dragons are the natural part of the...
Of course they are.
Who are they?
Agony tenses up a little bit when he sees an Imperial Guard.
That would be a Quintessa Morgana, and that would be her bodyguard.
Agony.
Don't worry, she's good, and he's forced to listen to what she says.
He nods slowly.
What I have to say does involve the Imperium. It involves all of us on Volcanica.
Everything involves the Imperium.
Oh, do tell.
He nods.
It's good to see you, Agony.
The difference between Thogrim the last time Agony saw him is his hands are fucked up now.
Yeah.
And as.
Let's give Agony a perception check to see if he also notices, he may notice that Widget has changed.
Widget's weird, and Thogrim, I think, has one extra deformity.
Eyes and hands, too.
Oh, eyes and hands.
Yeah, if he's noticed, he hasn't said anything, but he has looked at everyone who's come into the room.
Good to see that you're all alive.
If I'm being perfectly honest, it was touch and go there a few times.
Yes, it was, actually.
Same for me.
It's quite busy.
I spent the last nearly 2 weeks healing up.
Thanks.
If you needed help, enforcing order amongst the cult or what have you.
Yeah, Cog's like, you should have reached out. You know I'm really good with these things.
I almost did. I decided this was the safest way, just to make sure.
Does he still have his Steelrose pin?
Yep. Yeah. He also still has the multicolored scale of Tiamat fused to his breastplate.
Yeah. Beast. The fire's in there. Fire's in there.
The hush.
Oh, sorry.
Was a thing called the Draakhorn.
Yeah, we knew that already.
Sonny gives Barnabus like an actual glare, like an actual furrowed brow.
Whomever blew the horn, it was a wake-up call to all chromatic dragons on Volcanica, and a warning to all metallics. All dragons on this world have been awakened.
The fucking Imperium killed all the dragons.
No, they didn't. The Imperium has underestimated their numbers. 1,000 years is plenty of time for dragons to replenish their numbers. And that doesn't include dragonborn kobold, who've historically considered dragons their natural leaders.
Fucking kobolds, who fucking cares?
A soul is a soul, isn't it?
Yes, souls are important, and the indigenous peoples of Volcanica are important, including kobolds. That's then why dragons are natural here.
You're not a sage, or I don't remember you being very knowledgeable.
He has insights. He's pointing at the mask.
So where is this Draakhorn now? I've managed to resist the urge to go to the place where they're being called. I don't know.
Is that where the horn's gonna be?
It is where the horn likely will be, or at least what it was when it was blown. That was weeks ago now. I know where it was, though. Oh? Draakhorn was last seen in the lair of some great white worm named Avarice. She was slain a long time ago by heroic imperial dragon slayers. The horn was encased in ice that couldn't be broken, in an iceberg lair of the dragon Avarice.
So it's like, that's really smart. It moves around.
The Imperials at the time left it behind, absconding with more portable horde treasures. All right. You don't understand. The cult of the Chromatic Ascendancy has been planning and preparing for decades, perhaps even centuries. With the Draakhorn's call, dragons are waking up. They're gathering. I also think other things woke up as well. Some things that are closer to her. And he kind of like has his claws issued around the helm.
All the sorry. The feeling. Do you know where that was blown? Like, do you know where to go? Like on a map, could we point, or through a scrying device look?
I don't know who took the horn. In fact, I was trying to help someone find it.
Who's your friend?
She's a tricky tiefling by the name of Macath. She came from the west somewhere. She knows a lot about Asmodeus.
Has your friend seen this item? The horn.
This is a bit of a longer story. And it is,
if she has, we would be able to find it.
And it is one of two that I come here with. Macath knows a lot about dragons. She's some sort of sage of dragons. We also know this.
Is she okay?
She was on a quest to find the lair of Avarice. The only reason I would know to go in there would likely to be to recover the Draakhorn.
How big is it?
Don't know. I've never seen it. She described it as being something that a normal man could barely carry.
You should have picked up that iceberg and chucked it into the sun.
There are these descendants of this hero that apparently created a compass that would lead you to where the moving iceberg would be. That place was fucking hell.
Oh, you found the compass?
I got separated from Macath when we tried to teleport to the island. It was a mistake. The island was already under attack, which was the only reason why we escaped.
Is she alright?
I have no idea. I teleported out of there when things got bad.
Did you try sending to her?
No. She hasn't responded.
Don't know you didn't send it on.
I tried to contact her. She has not responded.
How long ago was this?
This was about 5 days ago, maybe 6.
She could still be alive.
Yes.
We've been tracking down where to go for some time. It was some island called Nephelis. That's not a place one just traipses into.
Brado slaps his big flaming greatsword on the table. Kaboom! I don't traipse nowhere. I don't just traipse anywhere.
I helped the cat. She and I met in the west. I was looking for a place. Apparently there's a city ruled by fire-breathing dragon people. I found her on the way there. There are teleportation traps on that island that encompass the whole island. We were trying to bypass this Nephelis halo, a barrier of storm magic that surrounds the island that keeps any sailors that are not Nephilis from going there.
Sonny looks like the happiest little druid boy to ever be a druid boy. There's an island with a perpetual storm. Oh, Barnabus, we need to go to the island.
We managed to escape the strange, bald, green people that live there.
You mean like orcs?
No, there were some kind of angel.
Knowledge planes? You talking about fucking like...
Please explain.
I fucking think I know what's going on. Continue. I got you.
Now you're fucking interested.
Something was wrong with their halo. It's a tropical island. It was way too cold. It was like the worst winter had infected their own halo, and monsters and things were coming out of it. Because of this, I sought out Talus. And she gave me some information that the halo, because it's in the tropics, should never have summoned winter magic.
Wait, so what's a Talus?
The white dragon lady that helped us before.
So he's nodding at that. Oh. I hate that white wizard lady. She gave some very nice scrolls.
Talus said that there's maybe an artifact that someone is using to turn the halo against the people of Nephelis.
Sonny's looking to Barnabas, and there's an artifact. why aren't we going now? Who needs to talk to them?
Besides, Talus also gave me some other information. I don't think it's related.
You do agree that she is has a much better pitch when it comes to the current cult activities?
Yes, the other wearers in purple, the other bearers of the masks. I am not eager to meet them. The thing that this mask has shown me is that there are plans. And I think one of the things that the Horn woke up that isn't just a dragon is in the halo.
Alright.
Talus mentioned that there was a worm speaker by the name of Verum the White who lost his mask recently, and he's been looking for it. If the Imperium or even you are looking for a source for information as to what the cult is up to, tracking this guy down might be a way. Thogrim.
Aye.
You know a dwarf named Verum?
I do. It's all right.
Verum was an arcane student.
Oh, that dude.
No. Verum is Ulgum's younger brother. Ulgum is the guy that tried to blow you up in Boardroom's Watch. Verum was a washout. He was an arcane student who was exiled due to several incidents with cursed and forbidden items that he couldn't help but go and play with.
That's
Agony's telling you that he's one of the cult leaders.
He's one of the cult leaders, eh?
One of the 5 that are wearing masks like Agony's.
Is it possible to wear more than one mask?
I have no idea. I haven't seen any of the others. Again,
there's this mask, stop divinations.
I've resisted the pull.
What do you mean?
When the horn went, it
right.
had a pull to it. I resisted it. I've lost track of direction, and I teleport.
He was never really good at that stuff anyway.
No, he's good.
He was lost all the
time. He's a city dragon, remember? He didn't... Knowledge, nope, he doesn't even have survival. Like, he needs someone to make...
When I heard the horn, it was that way.
Yeah, exactly.
The horn was blown. Wait a sec. Could you share the memory of hearing the horn?
It's not going to help. I was in a swamp trying to make my scales feel better.
Well, there's a couple of things that we can do here. One, your friend, share memory of her, and I can try to find her for you. That's one.
She's likely still on that horrible island full of Aasimar.
Well, I can confirm it.
An island full of Aasimar with a... Sonny doesn't know what to think about an island full of Aasimar. It sounds incorrect, but that's okay.
And 2, I can find...
Barnabus I think I've fucking pieced this together. Anybody what here? What's going on?
Shut up, Barnabus. I'm just kidding. I hear what you have to say, of course.
Right, so this was the hero's name who slew the dragon, the great worm white dragon Avarice, named Zorthraxus.
I don't know. Maybe. Mikath said something about a Thrax. There was lots of Thrax things about that place.
Yeah, it makes sense. So this hero, a long time ago, was part of the Imperium. He was also a caster who liked to summon angels. He was like pals with angels and stuff.
Fascinating.
So he slew this nasty white dragon long ago and made off with its treasures, yeah? And I guess, you know, how Volcanica's sort of leaning towards, Asmodeus and a few other things that are kind of nasty. He was looking
Talk
for...
about her that way.
He was looking for sort of a place to lay roots down. You know, where him and his kind could, live freely. So there's a little tropical island called Nephelis, where his ancestors and all those that summoned angels and yada yada put down roots. It's a little colony. It's a small island. Most sailors avoid it because of the storms and sharks and whatnot.
Widget's just giggling to himself. Sure they would. They'd summon angels and put down roots. Bunch of Aasimar wandered around now.
They say the island's ruled by a Thraxus. I think they took his name and turned it into sort of like a king, but not a king. And angels and half angels and Aasimar It's like goodness decided to duck their heads into the sand. Let all of us toil while they're... He's not drinking. All of us toil in the shade while they're living on their little fucking island. Fuck them.
Well, maybe they don't know what's going on because of the storm, so we could bring them news and they could help fight the good fight.
The island's being attacked by winter things. Frost giants.
Mm.
And we saw, what do you call them? Big ice islands?
Icebergs.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 of them. They sort of appeared.
As you guys are all distracted, hanging out with Agony, the Imperial Administrator, that's because several icebergs did move to the island.
Oh, that's interesting.
Extra dimensionally move or like float over there?
After speaking with Agony,
apologies, I did have to tell her a few things.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
we'll make space for them.
Yep. She walks in, she gives the Countess a nod, Val a nod, and then holds out her hands towards all of you. I managed to look up a few of the... While the LCOVR does not have its own navy, we do have a few patrol boats and lighthouses, and a small force guarding the coast. We do receive some of the reports and bulletins that come from the Imperial Navy. There were some suspicious reports of icebergs very far south from their usual locations. In fact, one of them sunk one of the Imperial galleons that went to investigate.
There you go.
Right. So how many fucking...
Brenos has a slightly grumpy look on his face.
How many fucking icebergs move with their own control?
How many castles fly around with their own control?
No. Oh, that's a good one.
It wasn't just one that was floating, it was 2 or 3 by their accounts.
Perhaps one was being dragged.
Icebergs would be pretty fucking good against ships. Pardon my language.
Ooh. I warned about going back there. There was something in the halo. Something in the storm.
I don't like boots.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't like boots.
Boots.
Boats.
Boats.
Don't like them.
I'm glad that everyone.
To be at sea.
I'm glad that everyone has gotten along out of, are getting along out of an abundance of caution. Agony of coals, acid. Agony of acid approached me to see if.
Sonny's waving out at Skitch or Stitch or whatever his name is, Skid.
Yeah.
And being like, just change it on the thing.
Right. I need another form, he says. And goes around.
Second. BRB. Second.
Agony of acid approached me to see that you would be amenable to meeting. I understand that his disappearance was abrupt.
There was an accident with a magical item that caused, temporary difficulties in communicating. We've all had accidents before.
She nods. She sees Widget and gives Widget his own nod.
Yep.
How shall I say this quickly? Denovar, Elsia Vale, and the Imperium is at war. It has enemies that have decided to
attack us in unconventional ways with magic and spell and dragon. Creatures from other planes. Cavorting, conniving, and outright attacking governments of small towns and cities. We have goblin uprisings throughout the Imperium, and worse, giants, and now dragons waking up, not in just the vicinity of our lands, but across the entire lands. We have talked to our allies. Wait a second. Our allies in the theocracy of Infernus and the magocracy of Giga Subterra. And they too share similar concerns, as some of their lands have gone under attack. There are reports of dragons, big and small, raiding and pillaging and reaving across the lands. Our skies are choked with the poisons from amalgamons, and there are strange horns that every creature upon Volcanica has heard. This is a concerted effort to destabilize the Imperium and its allies. To what end, we do not know. We do not know all of the names of the enemy commanders, but we do know some. There is a War Council meeting. I have invited some of our local representatives from the Theocracy of Infernus and the Magocracy of Giga Subterra, and some other concerned parties across Elsia Vale to meet to discuss a plan of action. Your friend here, Agony of Acid, she gets it right the second time, has brought a great amount of intelligence that, when combined with that of the Theocracy and the Magocracy and the Imperium's knowledge, we can devise and will devise a plan of action specifically that will involve the Steelrose Expeditionary League.
Whose balls do you need, and in what vessel would you like them?
Excellent. I can add some more to my collection, is what she says.
Where'd you get
Right. Yes, danger pay, Barnabus.
I haven't heard of the Infernum or the Theocracy of the something or others. Are they nice people?
Yeah, they're nice. The Imperium cannot be choosy sometimes with its allies. The Theocracy of Infernus is a territory dominated by the leaders of the Grand Inferno Basilica, one of the largest major temples of the Asmodean faith on the prime material plane.
Oh, Asmodeans.
The Magocracy of Giga Subterra is the country ruled by wizards and arcanists of the Grand Lodge of the Arcane Union. They are loosely affiliated with the Imperium. It is where many of our more dastardly minded wizards end up going.
I'm assuming there's a sound of like metal on metal from Slake.
Yes, like, oh yeah? Do tell! They are both considered very powerful vassal states of the Imperium and do pay us money. But
is the Magocracy primarily in the north?
The Magocracy is primarily north of Amalgamons. They are tasked with managing the great throngs of kobold clans that dwell there.
They haven't been doing a very good job. Lots of kobolds died recently. Between you and me.
Lieutenant, could you fetch my globe? Yes, ma'am.
So I'm a little bit confused. Are we supposed to... The angels have the compass that we need to find the horn, or to find the glacier, to find out who took the horn, to get the guy who summoned the dragons to figure out what he's doing with them?
The horn has already fallen into the grasp of our enemy.
Well, we should go someplace, and toot it somewhere else. We should go toot it someplace, or maybe the go to sleep toot or whatever.
From what I gather, there are two people that may know more about what is going on.
The tiefling lady is one of them.
The tiefling lady, who is in a place that we have confirmed that the icebergs did go to, a tropical island called Nephelis. Normally the Imperium leaves them alone because they are quite small. It is a single settlement. It is a place known for great lore about angels. And many Azamar live upon this island. You will find our allies want nothing but its utter destruction. This is not the Imperial stance, however, as they are the descendants of an Imperial hero.
I'm not going to be genociding a village of angels. Look around the table.
No. In fact, what we will not discuss on the War Council, or at least not at great length, is that I'm half inclined to seek out orders for you to help the people of the Isle of Nephelis.
Well, I'm pretty certain, turning your back on both of some parties would be very dangerous.
It will come at a cost. Macath, I do believe, is a fugitive of not one, but both of our allies. She was born in the theocracy of Infernus and fled to the Magocracy, where she learned magic and fused it with her own learnings of divine casting, and stole things from both of those countries.
Widget looks one over.
Yep. She's also suspected to be affiliated with a gang called the 40 Thieves of Volcanica. A bunch of marauding pirates, renegades, and ne'er-do-wells whose numbers actually deviate from time to time based on how well the Imperium has done in stomping them out.
Widget likes Macath. Like, Widget's like, yeah, we're gonna have fun with this.
So, to get our allies on board, one of the objectives will be to apprehend Macath, hand her over for interrogation, and then negotiate with our allies to return them to either the Magocracy or the Theocracy.
What happens if she doesn't make it? Angels killed her in their horrible goodness. The angels killed her in their horrible goodness.
It will be a secondary mission. The first... Well... On that condition, if she's not in a position to provide intelligence to us, then perhaps the leadership of the Isle of Nephelis could. We already know they fucking killed a great worm white dragon. Maybe it's tied to that.
I thought I saw a dragon in the snowy mist, says Agony. I could feel it.
Did you get a look of its outline? The shape of its head?
No. It could be the cult that is attacking the island.
Who are the big cheeses of the Majocracy and the Theocracy?
The ones that are here?
More importantly, who are their big sticks, if you know what I'm saying? They're us.
The Inferno Pontifex is the head of the Church of Asmodeus. Serving the Theocracy are the Knightly Orders of Beator, the Order of the Nine. They're a bunch of squabbling lords that rule the territory between the Theocracy and the Majocracy. They're sort of pawns of the wizards and the priests that play a game to outdo each other. It's not a pleasant place to visit.
Those would be the uppity ups. Do they have anybody that would have, like, boots on the ground, swords in hand, that sort of thing?
I'm sure they do, but they're not here in Elsia Vale.
Well, if they don't warn us about who their agents are, then slips of the blade can happen.
I do not think that there would be anything other than perhaps a well-hidden spy on the Isle of Nephelis. Yes, there are angels and half-angels amongst their population. Oh, this is fucked up.
Yeah, you could be fucking with. This is. Everything is just a test,
As for Varam,
Varam is of the mages, or is he the other sage?
he's the white mask wearing dwarf.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Imperial intelligence has spotted a dwarf with purple robes in the Geogan territory. Apparently, this is at the same time that he was caught poking around several libraries, learned circles, several noble villas with libraries were also broken into in the region. He's still at large, at least as of the report that I received 5 days ago.
You can get pretty far in 5 days.
Yes, but these reports happened over the course of 10. He's probably looking for something. His lost mask, perhaps?
He's not wearing it?
No, he fucking lost it. Otherwise, he'd be at the place where all the dragons are converging. With the others. The place where I resisted.
Has anyone seen this mask?
No, but it'll look like mine, but white scales.
I wonder if that would work.
Talus the White didn't like him.
You have to have touched it.
He said he was mad. You notice the Imperial Administrator looking at fucking Thogrim. A dwarf named Varam. He's not the same Varam Vastone that once was taught by Aragathos.
Same one. I can find him. I know him.
then why don't you just discern his location? Why don't you just go, hey, he's right fucking there. We go, we put him in a sack, we come over here, we put his nuts in a jar for the lady. Apparently this is a thing now.
I've done the math. You can relax. Question is, where is the mask? That is important. But
I don't know.
Let's start.
I don't know I don't know the particulars.
If this prick is, he'll know more. We could talk to him without the jar. Just
Well, how about we first make a plan?
Talus didn't like him. I think she was jealous that he had worn the mask and not her. And she told me that he left the safety of the cult strongholds to go look for his missing mask.
If he's out and about, it will still take time because it's only going to give you a location, and then a geographer is going to have to figure out where that is on the globe.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Barnabus can get it down to an inch.
Of course.
And then we can use the Fosse of Rest to scry upon the location and then scoop them up.
So we've got 2 fucking fugitives that we're going to gather and interrogate and figure out our next moves after that.
Sounds like a plan.
There's also the concerns about the invading Githyanki forces.
Yes. I would like to, not now, of course, but eventually, basically prevent them from doing this again in the future. Is that something I'm allowed to do within the Imperium rules?
If they are, if the appearance of these creatures, and we do believe it as such, in an aggressive way is a prelude to war, then yes, unfortunately, that does mean the Imperium is at war with the Githyanki.
We might need some very large gems, specifically to trap the souls of their general and their Draakhorn.
I came up with that idea.
The next time I kill them, I want them to stay fucking dead.
You see, they keep coming back.
Trap the soul, she says.
Yes, because they keep coming back, even after you've destroyed them.
You know 9th circle spells?
We will. Working on it.
Eventually, we're getting there, aren't we? Yes, Cog.
She seems to like Before you leave, Archmage, may I suggest that you update the reports on your band?
I think it says we know like 5th or 4th or some shit like that. Oh, no, 8ths are... I know 8ths. I can make earthquakes. I can make one right now if you like.
No, please do not make an earthquake anywhere near Denovar. We are on Volcanica. Earthquakes sometimes trigger volcanic reactions.
Very powerful. She really likes earthquakes, don't you?
Unfortunately, Agony and I have already spoke about the Githyanki threat, and he does not know anything about this.
So Trap the Soul is 8th. For wizards.
8th for wizards, okay.
Yeah.
She's still like, you guys know 8ths?
Yep.
Like, we might change your orders if we knew you were that fucking...
The order of your orders.
Yep. Yeah. So basically, you're being tasked now. She grabs the globe, and she then sends the lieutenant away for forms, like the official forms that you have to fill out as part of your being a arcane caster in the Imperium. Like, she's gonna update that information now. As much as you guys have been trying to like duck that.
We've been ducking that. It's funny, like, I don't have anything. I don't cast spells. The adjudicators said so. They said I'm a crazy old man.
No, it'll be written down somewhere. What levels can you cast? Don't worry, the bureaucracy will eventually catch up with you.
Eventually catch up. I'm like, wait.
All right.
On your casting license, you spelled your name wrong.
One of the advantages of working with the Imperium is that you have superior intelligence. In fact, for the first time, we're going to reveal the